Let's get it.
Hey, it's Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications. Show tonight, unfortunately, is not a happy thing for me. We had an accident this week, and our trucks are required to have video cameras, and I've got the video from it, and we're going to go through it. So, yeah. Now, before we get started, let's do this. Here's our lease on and dispatch information. You can take that down if you so need it. This is our topic tonight, Crash Reconstruction. Who is at fault? Now, we want to thank our veterans and first responders for all they do and all they continue to do for this country. We would not be the country we are without them. And that goes out heartfelt. Gas prices are down again this week to $3.75.4. That's a drop of almost 5 cents. 4.46 is what it is. Almost 5 cents a gallon. Week after next starts the CVSA's Brake Safety Week. You guys make sure your trucks and trailers are looked at to make sure your brakes are in good working order, because that's what they're going to be looking at. And here's the thing, guys, this is the main focus, but if they climb up in there, they're going to be looking at everything. So just make sure your stuff's right. If you don't think it's good enough to run the 24th through the 30th, then it's not good enough to run today. Okay? Get it off the road. Picture of the week. Look at our new guy. This is Jerry. He's in town this week, and we're doing his first week of training. Welcome aboard, Jerry. We appreciate you. Yeah, he's learning a lot, I hope. I warned him it's a lot like, trying to take a drink of water out of a fire hydrant your first week, but he's on it. And this is my little man, Kenneth. This is Richard and his son, Kenneth. They were in town, and he's got him a hat on now, I hope. Kenneth, can you see your picture, buddy? I hope so. There you are. All right. Cool picture. This is Richard's truck with the DD214. That's Jerry's truck. We were sitting there lettering it up, getting it ready to go. And my truck's in behind that. And you can see DD214 on each one of the trucks. That was pretty cool. I liked it. So I thought I'd throw it up here. All right. Crash Reconstruction. Who is at fault? Well, I'm going to talk to you guys about a few things before we go too far on this. And that is things you need to know before you watch the initial video. I'm going to show you the video as it came straight off the camera, and then I'm going to go through and break it down step by step. First thing you need to know is this driver was pulling approximately 21,000 pounds, trailer and load. Okay, you had a 10,000 pound trailer and 11,000 pounds on the deck. All right, so here's the first video we're going to watch. Okay, now you see what happened. All right, everything stopped in front of him and he didn't. So, things you always consider is that weight you're hauling. When you're traveling, the car in front of you may stop, but you're not going to stop that like a car. You're not going to stop it like an empty pickup. You're not going to stop it like a truck with an empty trailer. Once you put 11,000 pounds on the deck, you're not going to stop. A few things you've got to know, and if you don't know, you need to write these numbers down or Google it or whatever you want to do. But at 60 miles an hour, you are traveling 88 feet per second. Okay. So that's a number you need to have in your head, 88 feet a second. Well, let's go this way. I'm going to go ahead and give you the breakdown. I'm going to take you step by step through it. You've already seen the raw video. Now, as somebody that does safety a ton, I trained in safety. I taught. As far as when I say I taught, I didn't teach safety, but I taught drivers when I was running semis. I was a trainer. So in that, you go through multiple safety courses, and then if you see somebody that's not doing the right thing, then you know to push back on. Now, I'm going to give you this broke down as a safety manager, a fleet manager, somebody that cares about the public at large, somebody that cares about the drivers. Okay. I'm not happy, and I don't want to seem rude or mad, or this is not to, I'm not going to name any names, and this is not to degrade anybody, but this is being used as a learning tool. Now, I'm going to put this on the screen now, and I'm going to take you through it step by step. It's the same exact video, but I'm going to narrate it, and I've added some text to it. So, all right, so here we go. Man, this thing's going fast. We haven't been on here but a minute, and I'm already through I'm getting ready to do the second video. Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy fast. All right, here we go. All right. Right now he's at 54 miles an hour, and you'll see I put on there the crash started right here. That car just pulled in front of him. Okay. Once the driver realizes that this car is not going to accelerate away, his options at this point are two. One, to take the next lane, or two, slow down. At this point, the driver did neither. Okay. This car is not jumping on the interstate and taking off. And you can look here at the following distance. It is far too close. Guys, you need 3 truck lengths, truck and trailer. You are not a car. You are traveling, approximately 88 feet a second, pushing 20,000 pounds, 21,000 pounds plus your truck. Okay. Right here, right now, he is too close. Now, does he make an adjustment at this point? No, he does not. So let's continue. If you watch, he's actually increasing speed and closing the distance. Okay, right here. Now look at the speed. He's traveling 88 feet per second. Okay. Right here, he says out loud that he needs to get over. Okay. He says it. He knows he needs to get over. He's closed the distance on this car. He's got somebody on the side of him. What is the one thing he didn't do? Slow down. He did not back off the accelerator. Okay? He has no way out now. He's boxed himself in, and yet he's still on the accelerator. All right. Boom. What happens here? The car in front hits the brake. Okay. There is something happening up front that she sees. Guys, when you are driving, you have to look ahead, far ahead, because as you see, if it starts hammering on the brakes in front of you, it's too late. You need to know what's happening in front of her or in front of him or in front of that black car. Okay? Hits the brake. Boom. Right there is the first time he applied his brakes. It's 5.5 seconds between the black car's brake lights and his brake. Okay? 5.5 seconds. Okay. Now, let's talk about this. Okay. I'm going to give you stuff. I'm going to give you some breakdowns from a safety point of view. All right. So if you have questions, get them ready. If you have comments, get them ready. So here we go. First of all, it took 5.5 seconds between the car in front of him's brake lights before he pushed the brake and started decelerating. It's very on that. I don't know what you can see, but we clocked it down per frame and watched the speed coming off the camera. That's how we know when he hit the brake. He never increased his following distance. Even he actually decreased it by speeding up. Okay. Again, at 60 mile an hour, you're 88 feet per second. Now, a football field is 300 feet. It took him 6 seconds, 502 feet, or I'm sorry, 528 feet. That's a tenth of a mile and one vehicle to stop that big. And he got damn near hit another one. But that's what it took him to bring that truck to a stop. So he traveled, if a football field is 300 feet, it almost took him 1.5 football fields to bring that truck to a stop. That's how fast things happen out there. Now, on top of this, we have cargo damage. We have a cargo claim now caused by this shifting freight. Now, I have had multiple conversations about speed with this particular driver. And the response I normally had was I was just running with the traffic. Guys, DOT don't give a shit if you're running with the traffic. You can run with the traffic, but guess what this video shows? You can't stop with the traffic. You put 11,000 pounds on your back, okay, and you head down the road and you do this shit, you get what's coming. This is a bad deal, man. It is a bad deal. A tenth of a mile on one vehicle to stop that truck. And there was no sense in it. And come off the accelerator. That was his choice to stay on the accelerator. If you're not sure in this business, the first thing you do is stop, or at least slow the fuck down. You know? You cannot run like that, fellas. Now, I'm happy to show this again. My Lord, your face is blushing. But I'm happy to show this again if requested. If you have comments, I'd love to hear them. The fact that that little pickup stopped in the road, stupid ass move on his part. He almost got himself killed. Okay? It's not his fault. It won't be his fault. Whose fault is it? It is the driver's fault. The commercial motor vehicle driver. Why? One, I just told you, he never increased his distance. He never slowed down. And how they determine whether or not and who is at fault in these things is this question and this question only. Could the driver of a commercial motor vehicle reasonably prevented this accident? And yes, he could have. Absolutely. When you start talking about driving too fast for conditions here was the traffic. He couldn't get over. He was running up on another car, and he didn't slow down. What are you going to do? Weave in and out? First of all, the lady or man in the black car had no. You'd have thought she'd have switched lanes. She didn't, or he didn't. They didn't. You would have thought they would have switched lanes. You wouldn't think that the driver of that pickup would have stopped interstate to let somebody on the interstate. You wouldn't have thought that. But you don't think any of this stuff's going to happen until it happens. People are stupid. People do stupid stuff every day. And as a professional driver in a craft that is so regulated by the federal government, you should know better. We are held to a much higher standard than anybody else on the road. So, you know, there's absolutely no reason for that to have happened at all. Then, anyway, do we have questions or comments? We do? Okay. So we're going to talk about this in a minute. See what we got. That'd be nice. So trucking ugly. Hey, brother. Looks like he needed to leave more room. Yes, he did, sir. Yeah, three truck trailer lengths. If your truck and trailer is 60 feet or 63 feet or whatever it is, you need 3 of those in front of you, and you adjust accordingly. Somebody gets in there, you have to back up. You don't stay on them. Okay? You're absolutely correct. Agreed on speed. Charlie, 1039. Yes, sir. I know. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No, it's not.
All right. So what do you got? Bryan, I'm a Class A CDL Hotshot driver. I own a Silverado 3500 HD. It is also my personal operated vehicle. How do I separate my working miles from my personal miles? Keep a log. It's the only thing you can do. But you know, here's the big deal. If you're driving it on personal that much, then you'll have to keep a log. But if you're running an ELD, then all you have to do is go on personal conveyance and it'll separate it for you. So that's how that works. That's it? Okay. So now what do we do? Well, we have a meeting because we have a cargo claim involved. We have an accident claim involved. We have a meeting Friday with all of us to figure out which way is going to be the better way to go on this situation. I'm so thankful to God and everything that nobody was killed here. It very, very easily could have had somebody killed. Just that quick. 6 seconds. And, you know, I've got Jerry in town now, and I rode with him one day, and I noted some idiosyncrasies and things that he does, and we've talked about them. And, you know, Jerry's a good driver, so I feel like he's going to do a really good job. His big thing right now is working with me on load securement. So, you know, he gets to dive into this thing in a different way than we did in the beginning. Anything else, my love? Well, guys, anybody else want to see this video again before I shut down? comment. No doubt could have been avoided by simply increasing the following distance. Yes, sir, Jim. That is correct. 3 truck lengths, 3 truck trailer lengths. So whatever you are, you just have to remember, going with the flow of the traffic's one thing, but you can't stop with the flow of the traffic. So that's a fallacy in the thought process. If you're driving a Subaru, great. Go with the flow of the traffic. If you're not, the flow of the traffic means nothing to anybody. It is the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. That is the distance. 88 feet a second, a football field and a half is what it took to get that, and a car to get that truck stopped. It is absolutely, that's a long way. And it's just a mathematical situation to where you can do the math on. Is what it took. So basically, if anybody wants to know, we took this frame by frame by seconds, did the math from the time, for the braking part of it, from the time we saw the brake lights come on to the time he actually hit his brakes. That's how we do the math. And it's just not enough. That little car can stop like that, and you can't. And that's just a fact. So, that when they talk about semis, they talk about a full 3 football fields to bring a semi safely to a stop. Okay. So we're not much off a full semi when we're loaded. Okay. You guys got to quit thinking this is a pickup truck. It is not. It is a deadly weapon that is heavy. And if you don't treat it right, it's going to bite you in the ass. Jay Ford, I think people need to really pay attention because, like you always say, we are running a business and take the good advice. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. It is it's pushing 2 decades worth of advice. Just knowledge is all I've got. I can't give you anything else. And one thing about giving knowledge is if you accept the knowledge and you use the knowledge, nobody can ever take it away from you. You'll have it. And that's the one thing I can give you guys. So that it? All right, guys, we're 28 minutes in. We don't have any further questions. Love you guys. I appreciate you showing up. And if I can do anything for you, please reach out. Let me know. I appreciate you. We got a long week ahead of us, and a lot of meetings coming up. Oh, I got to say hi to everybody. Mila said I could do it. What do you think about that? All right, we got Richard, Mr. Kenneth. Hey, buddy. Hope you like your hat. We got So Truckin' Ugly. We got James in the house. Anthony Gilliam, Jay Ford, So Truckin' Ugly again down here talking. All right, we got Rod and Joy. Hey, glad you guys could join us. Appreciate you. Jason, Vic, glad you're here. I think we're running in circles now. We got Adam West in the house. Adam's just so you know, Adam is he's prior military. He's working his way through his CDL school, and then he'll be joining us here shortly. So glad you could make it. We got Tyler Long. Glad to see you, Tyler. Glad you're here. Now, I really appreciate you guys showing up, man. It's I love it when everybody's in here. And we're gonna call this a night. We got 30 minutes in. If I could talk for another 7 seconds, we'd be Gucci. But all right, we're out of here. You guys have a great rest of your week. Love your family. Love you, mean it. Oscar.
Jeans in a 4x4, cruising down your front door. From a postage pack and a whiskey neat, some dive bar right up the street. I'm a good old boy and a country star. No one else can go this far. Come on, babe, go with me. Riding high, living free. Don't ask once and don't think twice, 'cause baby, I'm living the life. I'm a western swing on an old jukebox, a tailgate party in the parking lot. I'm rowdy, rough, big and grown. I get it done all on my own. I'm a good old boy and a country star. No one else can go this far. Come on, babe, and go with me. Riding high, living free. Don't ask once and don't think twice, 'cause baby, I'm living the life. I'm a cowboy hat, a ripped up shirt, tractor pulling out in the dirt. Hot cup of coffee with a cigarette, pretty little thing sitting on my hip. I'm a good old boy and a country star. No one else can go this far. Come on, babe, go with me. Riding high, living free. Don't ask once and don't think twice, 'cause baby, I'm living the life. 'Cause baby, I'm living